Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm so glad you stopped by. Today I'm going to share with you two beautiful farmhouse decor pieces that I made using items from the dollar store. So if you're interested to see how I put together these two beautiful projects, or you're here to get some inspirations, please keep watching. For the first DIY project, I'm going to use this candle holder that I got from the dollar store for $3.50, but I know they have similar kinds at Dollar Tree as well. I just didn't have the chance to go to a Dollar Tree, so I got this from our local dollar store. And I got this glass coastal from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use this for this project as well. So once I remove all of the packing, to put these two together, I'll be using E6000 as well as a mixture of hot glue. I wanted to have a top like a cloche for this project, and I'm going to use this little waste basket that I got from Dollar Tree, and then that's what I'm going to do for this project, and it sits perfectly on top and it matches the size. So what I'm going to do now is to take this white spray paint, and I'm going to take all of these pieces outside and spray paint these in this white color. I might do 2 coats just depending on how well it covers. I'm going to let everything dry and I'll be back. So here they are now that everything is dry, and I wanted to put a little handle on the top. I had this antique looking doorknob in my collection, and I thought this would look really gorgeous on this piece, so I decided to use this piece. So I'm going to just run it through one of the holes in the back of the basket, and then I'm going to put the hardware and just screw everything together. I think the addition of this knob made this cover look so pretty, and I love how it ties in with the farmhouse look that I was trying to achieve. And to give it some a distressed look, I took a sanding block from Dollar Tree, and then I just lightly sanded this whole piece, so the top as well as the stand. I didn't want it to make it too crazy, but just on some spots, just to give it that rustic farmhouse look that I wanted to achieve. So let me show you how I staged this little farmhouse stand that I made. Look at it, it looks super cute, and I love the details of the candle holder, and when I distressed it, it brought out the design even more. So these little pots are from Dollar Tree, and I just made a quick makeover on these. This little nest I got at Michael's on clearance a while back, and I made this little bird's nest on my channel. You can also go see that, and those eggs are made from Dollar Tree stones, so definitely check that video out if you want to see how to make one of your own as well. And then just to tie in everything, I put some lamb's ears right there, a little piece from a stem that I had. And then I'm just gonna put everything under this little basket that I made as a top. I think it looks super cute, and it could be used season after season, and this is how it turned out. I really love this piece, and it was super easy to put together. The only time that it took was just to let the paint dry. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope you try to recreate one of these as well. I think it looks super cute, and I can't wait to use it for fall as well as for Valentine's Day. I think I could put stuff inside and make it look beautiful. If you are joining the DIY Residence for the first time, then welcome. I upload new videos every week, and I share the many DIY projects that I do in hopes to inspire others to do crafts. So if this is something that interests you, please hit the subscribe button as well as the bell icon so you don't miss on any of my future projects. For the next project, I'm going to take one of these garden fences that I got also from our local dollar store, but you can also find similar kinds at the Dollar Tree, maybe not the same texture and the same design, but I know in their garden section they have similar fences as well that other crafter have used in the past to make farmhouse mirrors, and that's what I'm going to do for this project as well, but taking it my spin for that. And here I'm going to take 6 of these frames that I also got from our dollar store, but I know they have similar kinds and cheaper at Dollar Tree. So what I'm going to do is to take all of the frames and I'm going to remove all of the inside of them, including the glass, and then I'll be inserting the glass later on once I'm done with the assembly. I then took the frames and I placed it on top or under the garden fence just to see where I wanted them to be placed and to make sure that I like the placement before I started putting everything together using E6000. You're going to see some of the areas that are outside of my frame. I'll be cutting it using a pair of scissors and I'll be putting everything together using E6000 and some hot glue. To cut the parts that were exceeding, using a scissor was not very effective, so I ended up using some pliers and then I was able to make some cuts, and then I went back with my scissors to cut them out. That made sticking these frames much easier to this garden fence, and because of the shapes of the frames not being all exactly the same, when you hot glue them or you put E6000 to glue them, make sure you hold them so that it dries in place, because if not they won't be straight. And this is how it looks like after all of the frames were put together. And now what I'm going to do is to take the same white spray paint that I used for my previous project, take these outside and just spray paint. So here it is once it's all spray painted. And now I'm going to take one of these sanding papers and just distress this frame just to tie in with the first piece that I did and to get that rustic farmhouse feel. So I'm just going to distress in areas that I think it's needed. Once I'm happy with the look, I'll be flipping the frame over and then I'll be inserting all of the glass that was initially in this frame, and then I'll be securing the back using some popsicle sticks and hot glue that I got from Dollar Tree. I wanted to add some sort of a basket in the bottom so that I can add some flowers. So this basket I got a while back when I went thrift shopping, and I know it's not something that everyone can find because I found it in my thrift store, but I know they have wooden crates at the Dollar Tree that would also look perfect for this project if you wanted to try to recreate something similar or you were looking for inspiration. I think that would be a perfect alternative. So here I'm just marking where I wanted to glue this down, and then I'll be gluing it with a mixture of E6000 as well as hot glue. Once everything is secured in place, I'm going to take some of these floral moss from Dollar Tree, and then I'm going to fill the bottom of it before I start putting in some flowers. Now because this is not big enough for my piece and that's the only one that I had at home, I'm just going to cut it into 3 pieces that would fit inside my wooden piece, and then I'll be using that for this project. To complete this arrangement, I took some of these lavender stems from my dollar store and I got a few bunch, and what I'm going to do is to separate into few individual pieces, and then I'm just going to simply poke it into that floral foam until I think it looks full, and then that would be the end for this project. I also added some green moss just to give it that final look, and this is how it turned out. I love the vibe that I was going for, and I think I was able to get that farmhouse frame that I wanted to achieve, and I really love how they look in my decorations, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave my video a thumbs up, and I'll catch you around in my next video. Take care everyone, bye bye, and stay safe.